Hello, high achievers. Happy Tuesday and happy holidays. I know many of you already are in like holiday feelings, right? For the Easter, everybody is on vacation. Schools are closed. Kids are home, right? So kind of like upside down days, right? Spending more time with the family and less at work, or might you are wrapping up and then still busy, right? So, I'm here today because I wanted to tell you the three main causes of your struggles. And I understand when you feel frustrated and triggered, especially when the kids are at home and you are not at work, some changes and your everydays are not the same as you doing it day by day, 9 to 5 job, or maybe you are actually a business owner and you work during the day and then you just at night at home at night. And then now these days is different because you are with the family, you visiting family members, you visiting parents, you maybe meeting with friends, going on vacations. So it's like a change and it's have different triggers, right? And by watching your triggers, you can actually identify that where are those triggers coming from, like why I got triggered in certain situations, why I'm getting these and these emotions when I am in that situation, right? So the three main causes. First one is why you're getting triggered because you actually had an emotional trauma in your childhood or in your young adulthood, and that's what get triggered now. And you can actually find that out through meditation, going into the delta brain waves and actually connect with your unconscious mind. You can actually bring back those memories and release the negative emotions from those memories and not getting triggered anymore because of the same reason. Yes, it's work to do. It's like you need to do the work to release those emotions. But then the results after doing the work is a very blissful, happy feeling, always high vibe and feeling great. And what else those trigger can do to you is not just temporary negative emotions, they can make you sick, like literally mentally and physically sick. So it's not just like, oh yeah, because I can feel happy all the time. No, it's not. Is you are actually preventing yourself to get worse by releasing those emotional traumas. I'm telling you, that's why is the younger people are not that sick, because they just having these triggers, but eventually when it's piling up, having all of those triggers over and over again, they become physical illness, because every trigger is connected to one of your body part, which is actually affecting every emotions. Negative emotions are affecting certain area of your body. So even you can say which illness or which issue in your body is related to what kind of emotions. So it's truth. It's like probably you many times heard that the cancer is associated with pushed back anger, like people who were not allowed themselves to show anger or not allow themselves to actually show their negative emotions, but they had it inside of them. So they were in certain situations, they got triggered, but they buried it deeply. They kept it inside of them because they were afraid, obviously, for to react, or they were afraid to show that kind of feelings. They pushed it back, and it caused them physical illness. And what happening is that it doesn't matter if you actually show the anger or you push it back. It's both can cause illnesses, basically. But the people who sometimes say like, oh, I can't imagine why she got sick or why she got into this kind of diseases and that kind of diseases, because she's so calm, so kind, so lovely person. But you don't know what's going on inside of them. You don't know how many times they got triggered. You don't know how they felt in certain situations, how many times they felt unsupported or betrayed, or all kinds of things, or hurt. And all of those hurt and betrayal and feeling all of those negative emotions, they pushed it inside of them, and it's caused all of those diseases for them. And that's very, very crucial to understand this and then to work against it to actually clear those emotional traumas. So this is one reason you actually struggling, because of the emotional traumas. The second reason you are struggling is because of your habits, right? So you have certain habits, but many of your habits are not from you. if you look at yourself, how you behave, what kind of things you love to do, many times is associated with the things what you've seen from people who surrounded you. For example, your father or your mother. Might they were doing certain habits, and then you realize, I'm doing the same. I'm having the same behavior, and then tell you the truth, is not all of those behaviors what you have seen from your parents are healthy or good for you, right? Or supporting your goals or supporting your current journey, because might they were on a completely different journey, and might in that situation for them it was an okay habit, but it's not for you anymore, right? And then you need to think about your behaviors, your habits. How can you change them? Because it's possible to change them. You need to work on yourself. You need to actually implement good habits, and you need to get rid of bad habits. You need to make a list. You need to be consistent. You need to be determined, disciplined. And then, of course, if you are also practicing samadhi meditation and you get into delta brainwaves, all of this feeling disciplined and focused and determined and consistency is coming much easier. It's not like a lot of hard work. Is like, as you raise your vibration, as you get into more focus and you start producing more melatonin, serotonin, oxytocin, growth hormone, all of these changes are much easier. And that's what I actually have my clients with, to get accustomed to actually use this meditation and other tools I'm teaching them to get these habits faster to change, from negative habits to positive habits. And what is the third reason why you are struggling is actually the belief system. But this belief system is not yours, but you have it in your subconscious mind. This belief system can be inherited from your ancestors, through your parents, from the culture. Many times we are living with belief systems which is not aligned anymore with our conscious decisions, with our conscious actions, with our goals. But when we are not in our conscious mind, when we actually automate it through the subconscious mind, which is happening very often, is like 80-90% of the time, because that's how we were biologically created, to save energy. And then probably that when you use your conscious mind, you get more tired, you get more exhausted, right, after an exam or after focusing a lot. But whenever your body realizes that you know how to do certain things, you are already knowing those things, then the subconscious mind sneaks in and take over. You get into autopilot, and that's when your belief system is actually the one which you gained when you were 7 years old or younger, from your parents or from your environment and from your culture. And that belief system is actually controlling you. It's actually creating certain limitations for you, and not just limitations, but like it's mostly limitations, like, because you actually, with those belief systems, you stopping yourself to doing certain things, to take action towards certain things, even in relationships, in business, in health, any kinds of way, because you have that voice, you have that belief, that you believe this is how it is. Can you imagine that already in the science, like, it's so fast improving, right? So when those people, like hundreds of years ago, they had the belief system that the earth is flat, right? And the earth is round now. And then they had the belief system that the earth is going around the sun, and the sun is going around the earth, and the earth is going around the sun. So anyway, what I wanted to tell you is everything is evolving, and then the science also changing. So if your belief system is as it was 20 years ago or 30 years ago, then you are in a big trouble, right? So we need to change this. We need to actually reprogram your subconscious mind so you can actually reach your goals. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. You're gonna be always self-sabotaging yourself. You're always gonna be pulled back. You're gonna be always stopped. You're gonna be always feel stuck. Yes. So actually, good news. I'm going to have a free webinar this Saturday, 2 hours with me on Saturday, from 7 p.m. UK time till 9 p.m. UK time, when we are going through these things, like how to implement good habits, how to get rid of negative habits, how to actually reprogram belief systems. And I also give you some examples about emotional traumas. But the thing is that we're gonna do powerful meditation. I'm gonna show you how to get into delta brainwaves, activate your pineal gland, so you can actually create more of those positive hormones in your brain. And also, because of that, we're going to practice very powerful affirmations. So we're going to already start reprogramming your subconscious mind with very powerful affirmations, but you can actually practice later on. So this webinar is going to be on Zoom, so you can register to attend through Zoom, so you can ask questions from me. But if you cannot show up, you can still watch the replay in my Facebook group, and then basically you can catch up with it in my Facebook group, and just follow me there in the Facebook, or find my group. And yeah, but the best I would recommend you is to actually register for my Zoom, because then you can also ask questions and you are there, and we are in the same zone, you know, we are in the same place, and more interactive, and we can actually discuss your issue as well if you want, if you have questions. So it's much better for you as well. So see you on Saturday, and take care everybody. Bye.